Good afternoon. Um, I thought it was a good team win. I thought those guys, uh, even though we were down a few guys, we always talk about the next man up mentality. I think the safeties definitely stepped up today, especially without having Duggar and Peppers back there. I thought the three of those guys did a good job. Going back to the next man up mentality, you lose Drake there early in the game, and thought Jacoby was ready to go. Was it perfect? No, but at the same time, I thought the operation was good. I thought he made some good throws, and we just had to continue to build on that. I thought up front the pass pro was pretty good. There was a time where 95 started kind of taking over the game a little bit, but I thought the guys again showed the resilience that they've developed over the past few weeks. Really proud of the guys. There was a lot of noise and a lot of chatter, and I'm very appreciative of just their attitude and professionalism on an everyday basis. I thought it was good. Look, I would say the guys on special teams. I thought the energy overall was better. It's good to get a win here at home in Gillette.
If you have questions, we'll start with Dan Roach in the back.
Jerod, I think with the week that was here, and it came down to sports can be funny. It came down to a 4th and goal at the one with 25 seconds left. What did that mean to you to watch your team rally together and put it in, but also come off hooting and hollering? And what did you say to them in response in that locker room?
It means a lot. When you preach something and it shows up in the game, it's always going to be more impactful. I would say there comes a point in time where everyone in the stadium knows you got to run the ball. Whether you're talking about on defense, if we're on defense or if we're on offense, there comes a point in time where they know, everyone knows, the fans know, everyone knows that it's a run play, and you got to really just defeat the man across from you. And look, fortunately, our guys got movement, and we scored, so it was great.
Hey, Jerod, Kyle Duggar was added to the injury report late. How'd you guys have to do some last-minute adjustments with him out of the game? Looked like Jonathan Jones was playing a little bit more safety than usual.
Yeah, Jay Jones, another guy. We talk about versatility in our personnel, and he knows every single spot, every single location. I would also say, I thought Marte did a good job as far as controlling the huddle and just communicating overall, and those guys played well. Again, just to go back to the next man up, not to sound cliche or redundant, that's the mentality that we have to have if we want to build what we want to build.
Jerod, point was made last week of the comments of saying that the team played soft. Want to give you a chance this week, different outcome. What word would you describe the way the team played today?
I don't think I've ever really questioned the resilience of this team, and I'm not going to go back to those comments. What I will say is we have a room full of guys with the mentality that you got to change the page every day. Every day is a new day, and we have to get better and understand that practice is the most important thing we do until we get to the game. So,
I think it was 4 yards per carry allowed for you guys defensively today. What did you do this week to get some improvement as far as that part of your defense goes?
It was under 4 yards a carry. I think it was 3.9. But no, really is the guys just going out there and executing. I mean, there's no magic pill or magic drink or anything like that. It's a mentality, a mentality that we're going to stop the run. And I thought for the most part today we did stop the run. In saying that, we'll go back and watch the film. There were a few that popped on us a little bit, and we'll get those corrected.
Hey, Jerod, you talked about the noise and the chatter this week. What would you say you learned about yourself, throughout this week?
Oh, for me, look, I don't hear that stuff. You talk about adversity, talk about chatter. It will always be there. I think there's a difference between like noise and signals. So if I can pick up on signals of what's coming out the locker room from you guys talking to the players, that's great. The rest of it's just noise to me, and my ultimate goal is to get this team better every single day.
Jerod, you mentioned seeing resilience from this team that you said kind of they built up the last few weeks. How and where did you see them build that resilience over the past few weeks?
I think I've told you guys, I thought the past 3 weeks of practice have been pretty good, and it's good to see that show up in the game.
Thank you. Jerod, we saw Drake go down in the second quarter. How is he doing, if you have any update on him after this game?
Yeah, I walked in at halftime and saw him, and the competitor that he is, obviously he wanted to go back out there and play, but there's a protocol that he has to go through, and again, can't wait to get him back.
Coach, it seemed like the run game struggled to get things going for most of the game, but started to kind of figure it out a little bit later. Was there something specific that you saw that kind of helped them get back on track? And also just, I know the resiliency, we keep saying it, but we saw from Jacoby, from Kayshawn, from those guys up front. So could you maybe add what you thought about seeing
Yeah,
that from
I always say, like in the run game, there are certain philosophies where a 3-yard run's not a good run. But if it's physical, to me, I liken it to boxing. Those are body blows. And if you get enough of those body blows, you get to the second half, then you start to pop some bigger runs. And I think that's what happened today.
Hey, Coach. Second quarter, fourth quarter, towards the end of it, you had the similar situation, 2 minutes to go, 2 timeouts. You took obviously different approaches. So I wonder what your thought about those 2 different situations, and do you feel that the outcome of the game will give you more confidence to play more aggressively going forward?
Look, when I'll just talk about the end of the half. At the end of the half, you lose your starting quarterback, and you just want to, get the clock running just so we can reset at halftime. And that was really the mentality there. I know the fans and stuff, they don't like it and always want you to try to go out there, but I would say it was just a chance for us to get in the locker room and hit the reset button. Hey, Karen.
Hi, Jerod. We were aware that Juwan Bentley addressed the team. I know other leaders did as well, John Jones. How much did that leadership play a role in helping turn things around, or at least getting the right message across?
Yeah, to me, it's always been that way. The head coach has a message, and you lean on your captains or your leaders on the squad to disseminate that message and reinforce that message amongst the rest of the group, and I thought those guys did it this week. Now, yeah, that's what I thought.
Chris Bryant on your left.
Hey, Jerod. Obviously, you sent a message to the group, and you see this type of response today and the type of buy-in that the group obviously demonstrated. What does that mean, your kind of big picture about you as a coach and also this group playing for you?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it means as, for me as a coach personally. I'm proud of the guys in the locker room and how they approach each and every day, no matter what was going on. And it's not just the media as far as noise. It's family, it's friends, it's all of that stuff. It's social media, it's all of that stuff. And I thought the guys, look, they hear it. And at the same time, you just don't listen to it. You just continue to go on the practice field and get better. And I thought we did that.
Hi, Jerod. It looked like a helmet-to-helmet hit that took out Drake. Did you have any conversations with the officials on that, and were you kind of surprised that penalty wasn't called?
They didn't call it. I had conversations with them the entire game. I thought, some of those calls were questionable, but at the same time, I have to go back and watch the film, and we'll have those conversations.
Last question, Bill Burke.
Not to belabor the resiliency tag here, but if anyone personifies that, you could argue Ramondre Stevenson does. What he's gone through this year, had a few big plays here. I know not a lot of yards. Can you talk about him? And he was not in first and goal from the 2, which you kicked the field goal for the first 2 plays. Why wasn't he in then? Just asking.
Yeah, Ramondre is one of our best players. I haven't backed down from that at all. There was some tempo on there and didn't have the opportunity to get him in at that time. Good. Thanks.